Hello world, welcome to another week at Larson Business School. This is Monday, February 8th, 2016. It's a beautiful day. I think it's supposed to be about 70 today here. And we're waiting for California to join in. Thursday we had a great presenter, the Jesuit in Nevada's only Jesuit, Max Oliva. And I understand he was here for how long, Phyllis? 3 hours?
Yeah.
3.5 hours?
Probably 4.
Till 2?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, good. So everybody had an opportunity to spend time with him.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have their book signed?
Everyone did.
Good. Okay, well, he will be back. He might be here. Okay, housekeeping things. This Thursday, Fifth Avenue Restaurant Group will be here. So let's get as many veterans as we can. Maybe get Horace here. And Falmy. Anybody we can. Let's figure out ways to get also younger veterans here, not just Vietnam or veterans that are over 40. Let's try to get as many people as we can. The goal is 10 graduates per month into the Fifth Avenue Group Veterans Program.
Thursday, what time?
9 a.m. So they should be here at 8:30. Yeah, let's invite everybody for 8:30. So Fifth Avenue Restaurant Group is in the process of opening 4 more restaurants.
Wow.
They took over. Frank Bonato told me they had been working for 2 years with MGM, that when the McDonald's lease expired in the MGM properties, the Fifth Avenue Group would take over those spots and put in Johnny Rockets.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's going to be an upgrade for everybody. And for Fifth Avenue Restaurant Group, they might have 6 or 8 restaurants in the food court. Everybody knows McDonald's. So McDonald's took a disproportionate share of the revenue, right? If you're in a hurry, where do you want to eat? Well, I don't know that. I don't know. Okay, no, I'll just go to McDonald's.
Right.
So they lost a lot of money because people went to McDonald's. Now McDonald's is out of the equation. If people decide they don't want to go to Johnny Rockets, they'll go to one of his other places. But what that means, putting in 4 more McDonald's, what that means is a lot of jobs, and these have to start for the summer season. So that means a lot of jobs, and also at the Rio, they're going to be opening another Trattoria Reggiano. So now this will be 3, and I think that will be the most high-end Italian restaurants of one brand in Vegas. So in Las Vegas, you have the super high Sinatra, Rayo's, the really stratospheric Italian restaurants that are $100 a person or more for dinner. Then you have this other tier that includes Ferraro's, Trattoria Reggiano, Carmine's, the Italian American Club, that are good, really good Italian restaurants, but not special. Not meaning that you're only going to go there for a special occasion. Okay, not that. And I think having 2 of these restaurants, 2 Trattoria Reggianos, Fifth Avenue Restaurant Group is the lead, but certainly having 3 of them in town is going to make them the dominant, higher end Italian restaurant here. So that's a little bit of stuff and opportunities for us, and they will be here on Thursday. We will try to get Ed Robusto here again. Everybody remember Ed Robusto?
Yeah.
Okay, Ed Robusto again. And it's possible, because there is this need with Trattoria Reggiano, because there is a need for hiring a lot of people soon, that maybe they will take people across the board. Okay, so let's reach out to everybody we know. Keith, what about Keith? What's happening with Keith, Ed?
Not much. He's still waiting for his last truck driving thing. So
let's try to get him
interested. He's very interested in the whole TV thing, though. I ran that.
Okay, well, he needs to come in because, Fifth Avenue Restaurant Group just doesn't have people who are cooks and busboys and chefs and waiters. They have people that work in accounting, customer service, sales and marketing. They have all kinds of people. So let's think about that. Anybody? Okay, so let's get started. Review. What did we do last week? What were we working on last week?
We were working on, let's say,
MindMups. Mind mapping. Mind mapping is a crucial skill, talent. Even if you don't use it for work, it helps you organize your thoughts and your brains. And let's figure out. Good morning, California.
Good morning, Ed. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Good.
So we've started with mind mapping, back on that. So hopefully everybody's ready to go. If not, just hurry up, catch up, join in as soon as you can. So do you think we can create a mind map based upon what we saw on our TED Talks this morning? Trigger, behavior.
yeah,
Reward.
reward, repeat,
Okay.
and
So,
also curiosity, ethic.
yeah, okay. Now, what was the mind map we started on Wednesday?
Employment planning.
No. That was on Tuesday and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Wednesday.
Something about jobs, looking for a job.
Employment.
What?
No, Wednesday was,
Employment plan or something like that?
That was Tuesday. The magazine was on Wednesday. So let's go back. How far did we get in that? Let me share my screen. Share. Let's go to open a tab. Launch MindMap. MindMap 2.0. Open from Google Drive.
LTC real.
Okay, so Dennis, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so does anybody recognize this? Yeah. Okay. So where were we?
We're on that empty.
Okay, so Jesus, do you have this pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay. LTC MindMup class, February 2016. And are you working on, you guys are on the same one, right? What is your file called, Jesus? Or move something around. I want to see if everybody's on the same one.
Okay, MindMap.
Okay, so what is the title of your file? What's it called?
LTC LV MindMap class February 2016. In parentheses, has 530.
All right, so I've got to open that. I'm looking at a different file. Is Larry there?
Yes.
Okay, how about Dave?
Yeah.
Good. The one with the one on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yes, you're right.
All right, so is this what you moved? There we go, okay. Good. Now, what is this link here for, or this note?
Yeah, the empty one.
Okay, so I just deleted that. All right, good.
Yes, you did.
Oop. Oh, good. Okay, so let's collapse this down so we can turn it into something workable. This is pretty huge, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, so the idea with this is to imagine you're at work, you have a job, you want to get people on MindMap. Why? Why should we do that?
Diagram, schematic.
Yeah.
Read.
Helps get people doing a lot of different things onto the same page, assign duties and responsibilities, makes it easy for people. And
Bullets.
sort of bullets, but it's more like a map, right?
It's a map.
And humans are genetically programmed to be good at doing maps. In fact, if you think about the first TED Talk we watched this morning, what was he talking about? The very first instinct, in quotes, that we had was what? Food, right? And our brains were designed, okay, that tastes good. Remember where you found it. What is it? Remember what it is and where you found it. And how do we remember where we find things? How do we remember where we find things? How do we remember where something is?
Map.
A map. Okay, we create maps in our brains. Now, some people here might remember Antonio Di Matteo doing a TED Talk on consciousness, and he talks about a natural thing our brains are designed to do is to create maps. So, having a mind map is an easy way for us to picture, organize, remember stuff. It's easy for us to navigate. We can kind of picture, okay, well, if I start here and I want to get to some other place, there's some other information. Where was that on here? So that's why mind mapping things are so powerful. Now, why don't we know about mind mapping? How come we don't know about mind mapping?
What?
See it on TV all the time.
Okay, so we don't really know about mind mapping because to do it well, you really have to have a computer. In the old days, doing this with pencil and paper, not easy.
Storyboard, the old storyboard idea.
Yeah, storyboard, you could do that, but anytime you change it, it's just like spreadsheets. Spreadsheets aren't new, but they weren't really used very much because 40 years ago, 50 years ago, it was with a big green pad of paper that had columns, and every time you change something, you have to change everything else. So you really, with measure twice, cut once. So they weren't good as a planning tool. They were good as to display, okay, here's what we're going to do. Good for instruction, but not for planning. Today, because of the internet, they're extremely powerful for planning because they're so easy to change.
And they're collaborative.
And that's right. And so the next thing that makes it really good is, as we're seeing, they're completely collaborative. So we don't know about them because we didn't learn about them in school. We didn't learn about them in school primarily because schools take time to change. They're not on top, they're not at the forefront, they're lagging behind. And since mind mapping wasn't common in business, because it was very labor intensive, you make one change, you have to change the whole thing. They weren't common in business, so ultimately they were not common in school, but guess who uses them? Smart people. People who are smart use them. And the main way they learn them in places like this or self-taught, just doing it, because when you start using a mind map and you see how easy it is to do things and you see how easy it is to remember things, you tend to do it more and more. So a very powerful tool for you for work would be a mind map. In fact, what I would say, when you're doing your research, employment planning research, and you're researching the company, I would create a mind map of each company. In fact, why don't we do that? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to create a mind map of each company that we do research on. Because why? Why do you think it? Why should we do a mind map? Instead of this Chowtuti one, which would be for work, why should we do one on the companies we're going to research?
This way we know it's the company, how it came about.
Okay, because there's a practical reason for us doing our research, right? What's another reason that could be more important? What's another reason? How about if while we're in our interview, we show them the mind map?
Yes.
What would you think, Jesus, if you showed somebody a mind map on their business? What do you think the interviewer might think, should think? Should they think this person knows our company?
Yeah.
Should they believe you when you say, I really want to work here? Should they believe that you've made an investment in your time to this company? Yeah. And what is the level of research that we want to do on prospective employers? How much research do we want to do on these prospective employers?
More than the interview.
We really want to know more than the interviewer. That's exactly right. So do you think any interviewer is going to have a mind map on their company?
No.
No, they're not. So by default, we will have more knowledge about their company than they do. So let's get started. So how do we start? How do we start a mind map?
Got to go to
File. And what?
new.
New. Okay, so but let's create our own maps like we did the first time we did this. Okay, so file new. Now what do we have?
A note. We have a blank note. Yes,
Right.
Note.
Okay. Where do we start with Google Apps? Whenever we have a Google app come up, it's a document, a form, a map.
Got a name.
Right. We name it. Right. So let's call this one LBS. I'm going to change over to Larson Business School. LBS Employment Planning Workshop, EPW. I'll put it on the board. LBS Employment Planning Workshop Research Map. Okay, LBS Larson Business School. Oh, LBS-LV. Okay, LBS-LV Larson Business School, Las Vegas. EPW Employment Planning Workshop Research Map.
Are you trying to get that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right, good. Okay.
and then put your initials.
What did you just do? Give the map and title?
Yeah, so change it from Untitled Map to what it is. Research map and your initials. Now, what is the active node? What's the active node? There's only one node, right?
Yeah, blue.
Okay, so let's just call this company 1 and hit enter. Okay? Because this is going to be a template. And what are we going to do when this template is made? We're going to make a copy of it called company 2 and company 3, 4, 5. So what could be the first node that we would create? How do we create a node?
We press tab. Right. We have to highlight the center.
Yeah.
Press tab.
Okay. So if I press tab, what do I get? A new node. Okay. So what would be one of the basic? Here's the thing about mind mapping, guys. You don't have to really think a lot before you do something. You can throw stuff up there because you can always move nodes to be subnodes of other nodes. You can delete them. So speed is the important thing. This is kind of like a white paper.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what's one category that we want to know during our research? History. What else? What else do we want to know?
Okay, we want to know how many employees there are.
Okay, people. What did Simon Sinek say we want to know? About what they do. But he really said it's not what people do, it's what. What did Simon Sinek say? People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Why you do it. Why they do it.
Are those new nodes that you're putting on each one, or are those siblings?
Those are children of the company 1. So these are main categories of company 1. Okay. How about financial status? Financial statistics. Okay. What else?
What do we got so far? We got.
Well, what do you have? What do you have? Look at your screen. Read yours, and I'll tell you.
I got history, people, why they do it.
What else? Financial stats. What else? Okay, so what they do and why they do it. Okay, what else? Let's make it more personal.
Location.
Okay, locations. So let's put in there, okay, locations. Okay. What else? About the desired position or openings, we call openings. Because your strategy could be, I just want to get a job there. If I get a job there while I'm waiting for my what I really want to do, is that better or worse than getting a job at a 7-Eleven while I'm waiting to get hired by this company?
What about a mission statement?
I would, okay. So, so their mission statement, so that should be in here. So let's now go up to why they do it, create a sub-tab, and put mission statement. Yeah.
What is that mission? Mission what?
Now, the mission statement, let's now change this. So let's see this. Who's the one who said mission statement? Who was that? Dennis, who said mission statement?
I did.
Okay, who's I?
Cecilia.
Okay, Cecilia, thank you. We can't see you because we're looking at my screen. Here's what we're going to do. We're now going to drag mission statement and make it a subnode off of company. And we're going to put these two as subnodes of their mission statement. Because the mission statement should say what they do and why they do it. And I reorder these this way. Okay? So does everybody see that? So Ed, why aren't you on your computer? Why are you doing it the hard way?
A little blind there.
Okay, so maybe we
I
need
had to
to
grab a couple.
okay, maybe we need to move you up here during this class. Phyllis. Okay, maybe right up one of these two seats because then I can help it. Like, let's move tomorrow and move here.
Okay.
All right?
During this time.
During this thing because I can help you if you're here and you can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have what they do, why they do it as part of their mission statement. What else do we want to know as part of our research on this company? Let's just create another node here called sources. And then let's just list all of the places we're going to go. We're going to go to the World Wide Web. Where else are we going to get information? YouTube, right? Search. So, I'm going to change World Wide Web to their website. Where else are we going to get information from about these companies we're researching? Doing a Google search, YouTube search, their website. What else? Let's add on here social media. Well, we don't need to have social media. We'll just say, oops, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. And what else? Pinterest. What is it called? Yeah, I knocked myself out.
So doing that one, you know, probably that's all.
Okay. So I'm going to create a sub off of sources and call it social media. And then I'm going to drag Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. Oops. I say Instagram. Whatever. I'm going to put those under social media. What other sources might I get information? On these companies. Okay, let's add a map. Okay, now I'm going to collapse that. So, can I streamline this history or streamline my research? Can I streamline this to make it look better? What else should I add on here? How about my plan? Let's add a node called my plan. Then I'm going to have resume, cover letter, calendar, okay. Why would I have a thing that says my resume on here?
That way you can always refer to your resume.
Yeah, because it shows the resume for them. Because I want to have a different resume for every company I do, based upon their About Me section. Okay? I'm going to collapse that because it makes it easier for me to see if I'm trying to figure out the structure, if I'm just looking at the first layer of nodes, the inner layer of nodes. Okay? So my research is about their history, their people. Okay, let's do some categories of people. What kind of people are important? I'm doing my research on this company.
The higher ups.
The higher ups. How about the founder? As a start.
And now when I hit people, I want to right click and I want to add insert child or insert sibling.
Child. Okay, so I want to know about founder, president. Other key people.
Is that going to do another no? Let me know. No.
What is what?
Key people.
Other key people. So we have the founder, the president, other key people. Okay. Who might other key people be in this company? Board members. Who else might be key people?
No. Yeah, that could be a child.
So I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to leave it like that, people. I'm going to create some sub-things off of the history. What would one thing be about the history? About a chronology. What's that? What's a chronology?
Timeline.
Yeah, timeline. Okay. Let's call it a timeline instead. Right?
Founder, other key people, president, and you said timeline. Or
So under history, you have the timeline. What else is part of the history?
What
How
is
about the
board?
distinctive
Board member.
Board member.
distinctive competence? What makes this company different than its competition? But really, that's not a node. That's not really a node. What would that be? That's a node. That should be a node. So I'm going to select it, copy it, go back to distinctive, go back to the note, and then go to my notepad, right? Paste. And then I'll close that. So now I can delete this. Okay, what else about the history is important? About if you put anything like awards, etc. And I just went to my plan. I've got to add something to my plan. It just popped into my head. This is like a white paper. Yes. So I'm going to put in my plan my elevator pitch. Okay. And that reminds me, I need to have other sound bites. Important sound bites. Sound bite, Jesus. I don't know. Larry, what's a sound bite? Like a bullet. You guys have never heard that expression? Okay. What's the difference between a bite and a meal?
A bite is just a little bit. A meal is what you need.
Okay. So a sound bite would be what?
Well, just a little bit of sound.
Yeah, it's a thing that people say in response. It's just a quick little thing. Why do you want this job? A sound bite would be because when I was a little kid, I remember the first time I did this and I loved it. And I said to myself, I want to do this when I grow up. Why should we hire you? Because I'm going to make you more money than anyone else. Those are sound bites, little answers that you have. Now, back a while ago, I had a PR firm for our company. And they teach you how to do interviews. Not job interviews, but like with the press. And they said, what you always have to have is you have to have sound bites that you want to say. You don't wait for them to say that. They could ask you a question, what do you think about the weather? And you say, well, the weather's nice, but it makes me think of why I always do my best to be the best employee. So it's important to have your important sound bites that you're gonna create for this employer. Look at them, rehearse them, because these things could make the difference between success and failure. What is the purpose of an interview? What's the fundamental purpose of an interview? So pretend this is your resume. What's the fundamental purpose of an interview? Yeah, to see that they want to make sure that you are this. So you are on stage, in effect. Fundamentally, you're on stage. So you have one chance, really.
No retakes.
Yeah, that's right. There's no retakes. There's no cut, strike that from the record, ignore what I just said. Okay? There's none of that. The better prepared you are, the better it's going to be. So in law school, they say there's the 6 P's. Proper planning. Okay, so if you don't have this in your notebook under important thoughts, write this down. Proper planning prevents poor performance. That's only 5 P's. In law school, they teach you there's 6 P's. And that's, as Ed said, piss poor performance. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Now, people who are really good turn this around and say, I don't want to come at this from the negative. So they turn around the other way and say, proper planning permits perfect performance. Okay? That's how they say it. Proper planning permits perfect performance. You're not going to be perfect unless you properly plan. Okay, and they'll point out the difference between professionals versus amateurs. What's the difference between a professional and an amateur? Well, in sports and in things, professional law, professionals get paid to do it. That's why they're a professional. They are paid to do it. But the difference between a professional and an amateur is that amateurs practice until they get something right. Professionals practice until they can't get it wrong. So it's very important. Now if I switch back, share. If I switch back, it's very important that you have sound bites, because that's part of proper planning. When you have an opportunity, or Steve Garvey had said to me, if you're paid to hit home runs, you get a home run pitch, and you hit a double, did you do your job? No. You didn't do your job. So you have to be prepared.
A note, what is it saying?
Part of preparation is planning. Sound bites are planning.
Where is this my plan?
So you learn about the company, you learn their history, you learn stuff, you find the words that they use, and then you have to be prepared by having sound bites with those. Does anybody think that's cheating? Does that feel like cheating to anyone? No, it's not cheating. Some people say, oh yeah, well you're not, that's not honest, that's not truthful. Okay, so honesty is being unprepared. That's how you should be. Unprepared.
Uh-huh. And
You
important.
should not be unprepared. You should not ever lie. Start any relationship off on a lie. Okay, so important sound bites. What's an example of an important sound bite? I'm what? Going to make more money than anyone else. Okay. That's just good. Okay. And then you put those out there. So when you're reviewing your mind map, you're able to pull these things up. Okay? What is distinctive competence? What does that mean? So under distinctive competence, you should have a notepad entry that says what makes this company different than its competition. It's not enough. In other words, it's not enough to say McDonald's is different from Jack in the Box and just have history McDonald's and history Jack in the Box. You've got to point out that you understand why it's different, why McDonald's is different than Jack in the Box. Okay, what's another main category that we should do research on? Any ideas? Anyone? And I collapse this back down so it's manageable. If I can see it. Problems and challenges. Yes. Affiliates. Okay. So in the beginning with Tony Shea and the Downtown Project, it was, okay, everybody, let's get on board. Boy, they're cool. I have a nice pair of jeans, not jeans, shorts. I've got a nice pair of sandals. I have the proper knapsack, book bag. I have the proper laptop in there, proper type of t-shirts. I have all the proper stuff, so I look like I fit in. I went to school. I have these credentials. I'm all this. I'm set. Then what happened in the the fall of 2014? Right before Life is Beautiful collapse. Well, he laid off about 130 people. And he didn't handle it well. It was a PR mistake of how it was done. Not that it should have been done. It was the right thing, but the perception wasn't right. So let's say you're going to apply for a job there 1 week later. Would you want to say, hire me, I've got the right t-shirt, book bag, sandals, laptop, shorts? Would you want to say what people had said the week before or a month before? No. You would want to address the problems and challenges. People were complaining that Tony Shea stayed up late and got up late. That he drank too much, that he liked to enjoy himself. People were complaining that he'd give his friends $1 million to start a business. And it was just a bad PR thing. Could have easily been handled by, give the guy a break. He just made $1 billion. Why can't the guy enjoy himself? Would you go back to work the next day if you made $1 billion? Would you go back to work at all? Let's give the guy credit. He invested $350 million downtown. Why are we beating him up? Because he likes to party. He's trying to create collisions. Oh, so now he's a bad guy because he gives his pals $1 million? Wouldn't you give your pals $1 million to start a business if you made $1 billion? Are you the kind of guy that you don't have a lot? You have a pack of cigarettes and your pal says, hey, can I have a cigarette? You say, no, it's my last pack. Well, Tony Shea giving a friend of his $1 million is a lot less than somebody giving sometimes a cigarette away to their pal. Anyway, it was not handled properly, but it's important to know the problems and challenges. Okay, so we're going to pick this up tomorrow, but what I want everybody to do here, if George is not here today, or if you're not going to be in with George, then I want you to work on this MindMup. Make sure you share it, please. So people here in California should share it with Larson, Gladius, 88 at gmail.com. Okay? Share it.
What do you do?
How do you share it, Jesus?
It's all under.
Top right corner, share. Correct. Okay. Now,
Why do you do it? Opening consultants under what you guys each other or something.
okay, so Dennis, are there any questions, anything we can help you with? Any housekeeping things you want to talk about?
Housekeeping. Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions? Any housekeeping? What? No, nothing. No questions there. We're good. We have 3 new students, but we'll probably introduce those students tomorrow.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that tomorrow morning. That would be great.
Okay.
Good. And let's see, Thursday at 9 o'clock. I don't think you guys are on yet, but we have Fifth Avenue Restaurant Group coming.
Okay.
They have 900 employees, 50 restaurants. If anybody's interested in moving out here to Las Vegas,
Listen up.
this is in the restaurant business. The opportunity is to have a career with a great restaurant company that has currently 50 restaurants located in food courts in the major casinos, but they're also starting in June.
What's the name of their company?
Fifth Avenue Restaurant Group.
And they have how many companies under their umbrella?
They have 50 restaurants right now. They're adding 4 more. No, 5 more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so in the food courts and the major MGM properties, they beat out McDonald's. So the McDonald's are coming out of the MGM, out of the Excalibur, Bellagio, I think. Anyway, 4 big MGM properties. The McDonald's are coming out and Johnny Rockets is going in. So that means
Oh,
they
okay.
need to hire a tremendous number of employees for these properties.
So everybody get that? If you're moving to Vegas, need a job.
Anybody's interested in moving to one of the world's 7 great cities, aka Las Vegas, you might want to send your resume to me,
That's
give it to Dennis or Rose, and they'll forward it to me. Okay, good. Anything else?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, California.